Early in the morning, the first rays of sunlight filtered through the thin clouds, spreading a soft golden light over the vast grasslands of the Tsavo East Conservation Area in Kenya, where thousands of wild animals are protected. The rangers on duty that day, led by David Mutua, who has been in the profession for more than 10 years, walked cautiously, but their eyes were always searching everywhere. As they followed the path in the middle of the grassland, they discovered many unusual traces imprinted on the red soil, including human footprints mixed with elephant footprints. In the distance, a flock of vultures was gathering in the sky, circling above the low bushes, signaling that something bad had just happened. The group immediately became alert, gripping their rifles tightly in their hands, quickly moving towards the gathering of birds to verify the situation. When they got closer, a tragic scene appeared before their eyes: the body of an adult elephant lying motionless in the middle of a clearing of dry grass. Its huge body was still covered in mud and blood, creating a tragic scene that was hard for anyone to hold back their emotions. What made everyone ache was that the two large tusks had been sawed clean off by the villain, leaving jagged cuts and dried blood. On the elephant's face were only brutal wounds, like an accusation of the inhumane cruelty of the poachers. David Mutua clenched his hands, his eyes filled with pain as he realized that this was definitely the result of a murder that had just happened during the night. Samuel Wekesa, the youngest ranger in the team, moved closer to verify more clearly, his heart heavy as he touched the elephant's cold body. He confirmed to the team that the victim was a mature female elephant, once the pride of the herd. The bloodstains scattered on the grass showed that the previous struggle had been fierce and painful. While carefully observing the surrounding area, Florence Njiri, the brave female ranger of the team, suddenly stopped, her eyes wide open when she discovered something unusual. Hiding behind a large tree nearby, a baby elephant lay curled up, trembling, its ears drooping as if it was suffering from extreme fear. When they got closer, the group was shocked to realize that the baby elephant had also had its small tusks sawed off, and blood was still oozing from the wound. The wounds were still fresh, proving that the poaching had happened only a few hours ago, making the situation even more urgent. The baby elephant's tear-filled eyes showed panic, both pain and disorientation, as if it was looking for protection that its mother no longer had. Its small body was covered in blood, its breathing was weak, it looked extremely exhausted, making anyone who saw it feel heartbroken. David Mutua took a deep breath, quickly directing the group to perform first aid on the spot, while remaining on high alert in case the poachers returned. Samuel gently approached, crouching low so as not to frighten the elephant, whispering gentle words of reassurance as if he were coaxing a child. He carefully covered the elephant's eyes with a thick blanket to reduce its panic at the presence of humans. Florence did not hesitate, took out the first aid kit from her backpack, and used clean water to thoroughly wash the wounds on the baby elephant's small face. She gently disinfected each cut, then temporarily bandaged it with a cloth bandage, her hands both trembling and determined. Meanwhile, another ranger used a walkie-talkie to urgently contact Dr. Amina Kalanza, the chief veterinarian of the Tsavo Animal Rescue Center. His urgent voice rang out, "We have a seriously injured baby elephant. We need immediate assistance." While waiting, the group quickly prepared a large canvas stretcher to carry the elephant to the rescue vehicle. They coordinated smoothly, trying to be as gentle as possible so as not to cause more pain to the little elephant. Each person held the stretcher firmly, their eyes tense but full of determination to save the fragile life in front of them. When the elephant was placed on the land cruiser, the whole team breathed a sigh of relief, but the fight to save its life had only just begun. The vehicle carrying the baby elephant began to roll, red dust flying up on the bumpy road leading to the rescue center. In the vehicle, Samuel sat close to the elephant, his hand constantly placed on his chest to feel his breathing, his eyes never leaving him for even a second. He occasionally patted the baby elephant's head, whispering, "Hang in there, you'll be safe, we'll take you home." After nearly an hour of driving, the rescue center appeared, with a large gate and a medical team standing ready to wait. Dr. Amina, a strong woman who had saved dozens of elephants, quickly walked over, her eyes filled with sadness when she saw the baby elephant covered in blood. Without hesitation, she commanded the whole team to transfer the baby elephant straight to the prepared emergency room. Inside, the nurse quickly placed an IV line and injected painkillers, while Dr. Amina checked each wound. She carefully observed the area where the tusk had been amputated, assessing the risk of infection and the amount of blood lost. The atmosphere in the recovery room was tense. Everyone held their breath, watching every move of the medical team. After many hours of non-stop treatment, the efforts paid off. The baby elephant's breathing gradually stabilized. Its eyes began to open and look around. The whole team burst into undescribable joy, feeling as if they had just escaped the jaws of death. That night, the rangers and medical staff took turns on duty. No one took their eyes off the little elephant. In the early days, the baby elephant was very shy. It refused food and often huddled in the corner of the cage, its eyes full of worry. Samuel did not give up. Every day, he patiently approached, sat for hours, and talked gently with the elephant like a little friend. He mixed thin porridge, persistently fed it with small spoons, and finally, the elephant opened its mouth to eat. Florence persistently took the elephant out to the yard, teaching it his first steps after recovering from the illness, under the warm afternoon sunlight. Every day, Dr. Amina personally examined the wound, applied antiseptic, and injected antibiotics on time. As time passed, confidence gradually returned. The elephant began to respond to the care with friendlier gestures. After only 2 weeks, the wound where the tusk had been cut had dried up and stopped bleeding, signaling a welcome recovery. His gray fur began to become shiny, a clear sign that his health had recovered. His spirit also changed. Instead of avoiding, he now actively approached the people who cared for him. The sight of the elephant playing with water in the farmyard made everyone laugh, as if the pain was gradually being soothed. The forest rangers were happy. They believed that patience and love had rekindled the faith and life in that little heart. Samuel spent a lot of time training him to recognize the sounds of nature, preparing for the day he would return to the herd. News of the special rescue spread widely. Local TV stations quickly reported it, calling on the community to protect elephants. The image of the brave little elephant became a symbol against poaching. The rescue center received hundreds of letters, gifts, and wishes from all over the country and abroad. When his health had completely recovered, the whole team and Dr. Amina met to discuss the plan to release him back into the wild. Dr. Amina conducted a final general checkup. All indicators were stable and encouraging. One beautiful morning, the sky was blue. A specialized vehicle transported the elephant to the release area near where the elephant herd was living. From afar, the adult elephants heard the familiar cries of their kind, and they began to approach. David Mutua signaled the team to keep quiet, gently opening the car door to let the baby elephant decide freely. At first, he hesitated, his eyes uncertain as he looked at the vast grassland stretching out before him. Then suddenly, as if driven by a force, he rushed towards the waiting herd. The adult elephants approached, enveloping him in a warm embrace, making joyful sounds echoing throughout the field. Standing from a distance, the entire team of rangers and veterinarians were silent, moved, watching the magical moment of reunion. Tears rolled down Samuel's cheeks. He knew he would never forget this moment. Before disappearing into the grassland, the baby elephant turned its head, its eyes sparkling as if sending a deep thank you to those who had saved its life. It is a look of gratitude, of hope, and also a reminder of the responsibility to protect nature. The rescue journey has ended, but that story will forever be an endless source of inspiration for people to join hands to protect life in the wild.